maybe even star in a movie with you sometime. You know.
Yeah.
But I would like to ask right now, what do you think that becoming Captain America is? What does that mean for your career as an actor? And more importantly, what does that mean for you specifically?
How long do we have?
No, I'll be very simple. For my career, it changes everything. You know, you have to, even though I've been doing this for 21 years and I have almost 80 credits under my belt, not counting Broadway and off-Broadway, the world discovered me with Captain America, you know, with Winter Soldier. Like, that was my first movie. That was the first thing I had ever done. You know what I mean? So it really put me onto the national stage, the world stage, as far as an actor. So it means a lot. It gives me opportunity. It affords me the ability to afford other people where I'm from opportunities. Because, you know, New Orleans was doing it great until we discovered Bobby Jindal. You know, so it just, when was the last time you heard that guy's name? Right? Remember all the movies here? Remember? The state was running at a surplus? Then when they said, we might have to get rid of LSU football? One term, Bobby Jindal. Y'all don't remember Bobby Jindal. You don't remember. But, you know, I'm glad to see that movies are coming back to New Orleans. I personally shot a movie here last year. I'm developing a project that I plan to shoot here this year. So I'm excited about the possibilities, and being, you know, Captain America afforded me the opportunity to bring more film and television back home.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you. I love your work.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
We got about 10 minutes left, so let's get through everybody we
fast. Here
possibly
we go.
can. Over here.
How you doing, Mr. Mackie? I was just wondering, was there any specific moment or role that made you realize that you truly made it as an actor?
You know what? Oh, shit. Great story. All right. So, I was doing King Lear, and I was playing Edmund, and Tristan Kudrescu was playing Edgar. Somebody here has to know Tristan. He went to Ben Franklin, really smart guy, curly hair. Never mind. So, we were like 15, right? So in the play, I was supposed to die. Tristan was supposed to kill me. And we would do it at Le Petit. There was a bunch of people who were in high school with us. I had a public access TV show I don't like to talk about. It was huge. I was a big deal. So I go to fight Tristan. Tristan stabs me. Ugh. I go to fall down, and 3 girls in the audience jumped up and said, "Anthony, no!"
I salute you, sir.
And I was like,
Bravo.
I'm gonna be an actor. I'm great. I can do this. And that was it. That was it. When
That's
that
what we all
happened-
dream of.
Yeah, and that was at Le Petit Theater right there. That was it. That was the moment.
Thank you.
Over here. True story. Tristan Kudrescu.
Thank you for coming, Mr. Mackie. I'm a special ed teacher in Georgia and used the movie The Banker in my lesson plans. And I'm going to use it again during Black History Month because I thought it was a fantastic story. And to shorten my question up a little bit, is there anything that you learned while making the movie from the family or the experience of making the movie that I could share with my class? Because what I do, I make them do math problems to like solve problems in banks. It's not the same problems that are in banks, but I mean, like, I'm just incorporating math with real world stuff. But is there anything that you learned to share with my class, like that happened that wasn't portrayed in the movie?
The biggest lesson I learned was, for the average American, $1. You ready? This is a math problem. You got to figure it out. All right? $1. You ready? $1. 35, 9, 44, 56 cents. $1 is only worth 56 cents. Figure it out, it's math. If you're in Louisiana, the average American in Louisiana pays 35% in taxes. Every time you spend $1, you pay 9% in taxes. So when you deduct that 35 and that 9, that's what your dollar's worth. So if something says 99 cents on the sign, and you walk in with $1 and it's like, I want to buy that for 99 cents, they're like, nah, man, it's $1.08. So that dollar ain't even worth $1. So when you get a job and you make $1, you really only made 60 cents, 55 cents. No, the family wasn't involved really much. A lot of the story we got from the court transcripts and stuff like that. So the son came out and, told us some stories about his dad, but they were just really supportive and open to us making the actual story in the way it actually happened.
Everybody check it out on Apple TV Plus. You're all done with Ted Lasso. Over here.
So I feel like everybody's always asking about the Shield and what it's like to pick up the Shield and everything. But I was wanting to ask you, by the time we see Sam again, you'll have been playing the character for about 10 years, which first off, that's amazing that you've been Sam or Sam Wilson and now Captain America for a decade, going along with Robert Downey Jr. as Tony and all that, these decade-long roles. But what was it like for you to finally have your flashy, colorful, bright superhero suit? Because Sam was always in a more tactical suit, a more realistic suit. But now that you're Captain America, you've got your own bright, colorful, and recognizable suit that it's like you are America's superhero now. What's it like with that suit?
It was very emotional. I mean, nobody could have told me when I started off in the business or when I was at NOCA or when I was doing theater at my elementary school that I would one day be Captain America. I didn't even dream that far. My goal was to do plays at the Guthrie and in Poughkeepsie and, plays that would be on Broadway. That was my goal. I wanted to do, Pearly Victorious on Broadway. I never thought that I would reach the place. Definitely will. But I never thought I would reach that level, so it was very emotional. There's no way of expressing when you achieve your dreams, and that's what makes it great and hard at the same time. But it was a wonderful experience, and I thought I looked cute. Right? You want to look good, but sometimes you want to look, I'm cute, right? I thought I was cute.
Especially with those little flaps you had, they had to edit.
Oh, that was a disaster. It's called a cowl, that condom I had on. It was the worst.
You need to work on that helmet.
Oh my gosh, the
That'll be
sweat.
fixed in Cap 4, right?
The sweat.
We got 5 minutes left. Let's get to everybody we possibly can. Start over here.
Bye.
Hi, how's it going? So actually I did in 2 weeks for and UNCSA. So I was just wondering, maybe talk a little about your audition process, what it was like, and just any advice you have for people auditioning.
My audition process for
Juilliard or UNCSA.
Basically, when you audition for a conservatory, they ask you for a classical piece, a contemporary piece, contrasting, and a 2-minute song. So I did. What did I do? Man, this was 25 years. I'm old, man. No, I did Edmund from King Lear because I just did it at NOCA, and I did what was it? I can't remember the contemporary one, but I crushed it. But so I got into North Carolina. But when I auditioned for Juilliard, it was different because I was coming from North Carolina and we did the consortium edition, where basically 1 week in a year, over 100 schools go to New York and audition kids for the drama departments all over the world. I wasn't the brightest kid, so I knew one of them was going to take me, so I had to be prepared for whatever. So I prepared 8 classical monologues and 15 contemporary monologues and 3 songs, because I was getting in somebody's school, you know what I mean? So my Juilliard audition, I still talk like I was from New Orleans. So after my first 2 monologues, they were like, "You want to do another one?" I'm like, "Yay!" right? So I did like 6 monologues. I was sweating. So I was in with the head of speech and the head of the acting department, who I didn't even know was like the head of the school. And he said, all right, you have one more. And I was like, fine. So I did Julius Caesar, Friends, Roman Country, right? So I got to one line. I said, when the poor have cried, Caesar hath wept. And the speech teacher waited like 10 seconds and went, I didn't get it then, but a few months later I was like, oh, you're not a nice person. Do not make fun of my lack of final consonants.
Hey, Anthony. First off, I'd like to say thank you for portraying Captain America.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Amazing. And second, I'd like to just ask you. You tweeted a couple months ago now when they showed off Sam at Disneyland. You tweeted about you were always told that Disneyland was going to be in Louisiana and like
New Orleans.
New Orleans specifically. I always thought that was just some tall tale my dad always used to tell me as a kid, and like seeing that just really like kind of inspires me. Like, so what does that kind of prove to you? Like seeing something you've brought to the screen at such a big place like Disneyland, millions of people are going to see that.
You know, like I said, it's humbling, man. Every step, every phase of my career that I enter into right now is humbling. But that's what makes it fun, you know, because I still have ambitions. Like now I'm producing, I'm directing my first movie this year. You know, it's like I've become like an OG. You know, like I'm the old head that people ask questions, but I still feel like I'm your age, which is crazy. You know, so it's really some mental situation going on. But it's great because you don't really, old people don't feel old except for when they get out of bed or they get off the couch. Other than that, you're good. You know, we could do everything. You know, just don't stand up off the couch fast. You know, so that's kind of, you know, the way I'm looking at it now. You know, it's humbling, and there's a generation that's coming after me now that I want to mentor and tutor the way that the generation before me did. You know, so that's my goal. To just keep growing and showing.
Thank you so much.
Anthony, I got good news and bad news. Good news is this has been great, right? The bad news is we are out of
Is there
time.
birthday cake?
We're out of time except for these last two questions right there and right there.
Okay, hi. It was so nice to meet you. I've always been a big, really big fan of Sam Wilson, but I wanted to know, what was your reaction to becoming Captain America?
Like in real life or in the movie?
Like in real life, like when they told you you're gonna be the next Captain America, like how did you react to that?
I was like, man, don't get in trouble. Because if you get in trouble, you're fine. If I get in trouble, I lose my job. So I was like, don't get in trouble, stay inside. Go to the gym. Fewer boys.
Thank you so much.
So last question right here, then I got something for us to wrap up. But I've also got good news because Anthony's going to be back at his table for just a few minutes right after this, and it's a short walk. What do you got for us?
Hi, just wanted to say thank you for being here this weekend, and I hope you have a great time. And my question is, as a black man playing Captain America now, what story do you want to tell for this character?
Well, I think that it's time for America to realize that we're all Americans. And it's easier said than done. I think as Captain America, you know, the support of, to show the support of women is important. To show the support of gays is important. To show the support of all minorities is important. So for me, it's more so the idea of Captain America really being the captain of America and not just a shield. So to do that, you represent everybody, not just yourself. So that's my point.
So I got one thing to wrap us up. You have all of these lovely, wonderful people who come and see you at these conventions. How does that land for you? What is it like getting that love from the other side of the table? And how has it been different being back home and getting that?
The home part is great. Being here, our warmth and appreciation is different. Like my boy from high school was here. Damn, dude. So it's different, because there are people who actually know you, who have been through and seen where you've come from and everything that you've done. But as an actor, there's so many people out there who tell you when you're bad. Like there's so many people out there who tell you that they suck what you did sucked, and the things that you're doing sucks, and they don't want to see your movies, and your movie was awful. That when you're in a position where people actually appreciate you, it's a great feeling. And that's the best part about being in these Marvel movies, because people really appreciate it. I mean, I've been fortunate to play in a host of movies, because 8 Mile was my first movie. So, everybody over 35 knows what I'm talking about. You guys under go home. Wait, how old are you? How old are you? The little girls. Oh, don't go home and watch 8 Mile. Okay, never mind. Now, see, bad parenting, see? But to have that appreciation since 2001 for different projects I've done has been amazing, but it always starts off here.
Well, like I said, everybody, you can head right over to his table. He'll be there for just a few minutes, so act while you can. But before you do that, can we hear it one time for our American Sign Language interpreters, please? Keep it going for our crew. And then one more time for Mr. Anthony Mackie.
Thank you, guys.